Christchurch City Council will flush the city's famously pure water with chlorine. Earlier this week, staff revealed that some of the city's 156 wells were not sufficiently sealed and could become contaminated, especially during heavy flooding. They're recommending that all of the water supplies be temporarily chlorinated for a year while the wellheads are fixed. Today, after hours of discussion and debate, the council eventually agreed. Logan Church was there.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Christchurch residents are proud of their clean water, but today the City Council reluctantly voted 12-3 to chlorinate it for the next 12 months. This came after a discovery by staff in December last year that all 103 below-ground wellheads spread all over the city needed to be upgraded. The Mayor, Leanne Dalzell, says chlorinating the water, while the wells are upgraded, is not something anyone wanted to do.
Nobody wants to see Christchurch's pristine water with chlorine in it. But when we're faced with a situation where we can no longer rely on the secure status of our groundwater because of the standard of the boreheads and the fact that the engineers won't sign off on them, what else can we do as a council?
Leanne Dalzell says if there was a water crisis like the gastro outbreak in Havelock North in 2016, which landed dozens in hospital, hundreds of thousands of Christchurch residents could be infected. It will cost Christchurch ratepayers $840,000 to fix the boreheads. To add the chlorine, it will take an initial investment of $600,000, with ongoing costs of $20,000 per month. But there was some stiff opposition to the idea, including Councillor Mike Davidson.
Yes, I am slightly disappointed. We pride ourselves on our water, and there is times when we do have to chlorinate the water. Obviously, after the earthquake is a prime example of that. But following that, the wellheads haven't changed over that period of time when we haven't been chlorinating, and there's been absolutely no issue, no transgressions.
The issue of water quality was thrust into the spotlight last year, when a second report into the Havelock North gastro outbreak warns about 800,000 people, including all of Christchurch's residents on town supply, were at risk. But Councillor Sarah Templeton said the public should have been consulted before a decision was made today.
One of the key things for me was that there is no urgency in this. We've had a delay of a month already, and the Medical Officer of Health has said that that's not a problem at this stage, and we haven't been able to engage with the community and get the community's views. And I don't believe that that meets our obligations under the Local Government Act.
Many councillors noted during the meeting that if they decided against temporary chlorination, they could be forced to do so in the future. This can be done by the Medical Officer of Health, Alistair Humphrey, who says it would have been his next step if the council voted no.
Had they not decided to temporarily chlorinate the water, I would have been pretty much obliged to issue a compliance order.
Leanne Dalzell says the water bore upgrades will ensure the chlorination can stop as soon as possible.
We want to remove it as soon as we possibly can.
Chlorination will commence in 60 days once the infrastructure is installed. In Christchurch for Checkpoint, call Logan Church Chennai.